So yeah, the questions are like a little bit about the past, a little bit about the present, a little bit about the future, just kind of mixed because I'm trying to learn more about the Pacific region itself. So just first off, starting out in South Africa, you were a coach there, and then you got the opportunity to go to RRQ in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Was that remote? Did you have to move? What was that kind of culture shock transition like?
I started remote,
Okay.
and then it went pretty well. Kind of from the moment I started remote, the plan was always to get there, so busy with visa things and whatever. And the moment I got my visa, I went over.
Okay.
And I was supposed to be 3 months,
Okay.
and then it turned into like 8 months, and then I signed to RRQ, and then it just stayed on and on. I really enjoy Asia in general. I really like experiencing like different cultures.
Makes sense.
So I don't know, Asia was like so different to South Africa, so I always kind of enjoyed it. Yeah.
Nice. And Japan's at the top of my list to travel to.
Oh, it's amazing.
So I really want to
I
go.
would really recommend. Yeah, we did it last
Like
off
maybe
season.
Ascension, maybe.
Yeah. Well, Pacific stage
Stuff.
2 also.
So like you mentioned, you've been with RRQ now for 3 years, and your
Yeah.
contract goes till 2026.
Yeah.
That's a long time for like a coach with an organization.
Yeah.
So how has it been being so ingrained with them and like helping them even like build out their ecosystem, like with the academy and everything that they've been doing?
I think for me, I stayed with RRQ because I could feel we were getting better. Throughout the years, we started at like pretty mid, and then we got a little bit better, and now we qual to international. It was pretty much after, I think it's after the second year or the first year, they asked me to resign with them for another 2 years to extend it. So I did because I could see the progress we're making. They were giving a lot of trust into me as well for roster decisions. So that's something that I valued very important. And I think if I had that kind of that power, I would say, to make decisions, then I could make a good team.
Nice, and we'll get to that in the roster in a second. But to kind of take a veer to the left, you posted a year ago about the status of esports and talent development in South Africa, and I didn't learn about it being a problem until I talked to, I don't know if you know her, Samantha Tim. She's like on broadcast talent. I worked with her in GCEMEA. And so I was curious, like, have you seen any improvements in the last year there, or like, what do you think we need to do to help fix it a little bit?
Not really an improvement. A lot of people that I know that are good at the game, they're just moving to other games because there's no opportunity. Because it's not part of VCT, it's like there's no direct path to anything. Even though there's Cape Town server, which is a big plus, but there's like what to work towards, There's not really a big path to pro, except if you go the coaching route, as I did. So, but as a player, it's very difficult. So I think if they kind of acknowledge it as a region, that would help.
Okay.
And then at least have it a path into Premier, into Pro or something. Yeah.
Is there any players that from your time coaching there that you're like, I want to see them on the international stage that you want to shout out?
Yeah, there's a couple of guys, all my old teammates, Cloaks, Keng, Thui. I used to play a lot with them. Svalja as well. I used to play a lot of like good guys there. But sadly, some of them have moved games, maybe back to Counter-Strike or something. So yeah.
Makes sense. And now moving on to the current roster that was here a little bit, and you talked about being able to make these big decisions. First off, obviously Munyet rejoining was huge, and I think it was in like one of the VCT Pacific clips you mentioned like he's returned, right? Since you did work with him when he was on a G Days. How did you notice he had changed since then, like after being with PRX and then coming back? I know there was role changes obviously, but beyond that as a player.
He has become more experienced. There's still a lot of the very similar player. Of course, then a smokes player instead of a duelist player. So I kind of, after Paper X, he was playing some duelists, and now I turned him into kind of like both. I think just a little bit more of experienced player. But just overall, I was kind of happy that I got pretty much the same thing back, just with a little bit more experience.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then another part of the roster that was a change coming to the season, right, was back in October. You picked up an assistant coach, obviously Warbirds. And I actually, to start the conversation, I have a clip actually from when he was coach for Team Secret that I want you to look at really quickly.
Who's the one you like the least of you?
That's a good clip.
I know, I was digging through that, and
now he's my assistant.
Exactly. So I was just wondering, because it was an open call, right, for assistant coaches. I think I saw like a Google form. So what was that recruitment process like for him? And then being an opponent against him, and then him becoming an ally on RRQ.
A lot of work. Having an open call because I kind of wanted to give everyone an opportunity. Unfortunately, like there's a lot of people that kind of fall through the cracks as well. If you do have an open call like that, because we were also adding Kushi at that time. So no, it's good to have him. He helps me a lot with just being more efficient with my time in general. So,
And is that what set him apart, or what set him apart in terms of like that open pool? I guess.
I think experience also is a huge part. Experience of Tier 1 Valorant. That's a huge thing. He kind of understands that and what it takes and what are the things you need to look at to kind of beat the big teams. Yeah.
Nice, nice. And then before moving on to two questions about the future and like a little bit on this international, my background is actually I'm a esports commentator as well.
Okay.
In North America, I work for Challengers and for Game Changers.
Okay.
So I was just curious. You know, you did get to help out with Ascension in Pacific as an analyst. So I was just curious, what was that experience like, and how did it differ? You know, being a coach with in-depth analysis for players at the professional level and having to analyze for a generalized audience of all different skill levels.
It was great. I really enjoyed it actually. A lot less stress than being a coach. We'll see how everything goes at the moment. I feel like I'm aging way too fast, so I might go that route if I need a break or something. I don't know. It's just something I really enjoy, and the group was really good. Like the whole, like everyone in the broadcast, all the casters. Mika's great. I think that was a big reason why I enjoyed it, and I don't know, just get to watch and break down Valorant without it being. It feels less like work to me, I would say. Yeah.
That's why I'm in it too. It never feels like work.
Yeah.
And I will say all the content you're in, I'm always like, wow, they would be good at it, yeah. And then now coming into today and looking forward to the future as well.
Yeah.
Back in that timeout video you recorded for VCT Pacific, you said that leading with empathy is important, right? And so now, how does that come into effect when you've gone out to an international event and you only have 2 weeks until VCT Stage 2 starts? Like, how are you going to keep that confidence up, especially when you went from Cloud9 beating your rivals of Gen G to then this performance at an international?
I think that, of course, there's a lot of things that plays into it. It's very new for us. But my goal's always been to go to international and perform well. But it kind of felt like we just didn't show up. So there will definitely be some strong talks where we need to fix things. But of course, understanding that there's human behavior in between, and just understanding that everyone can make mistakes, and that's the good thing that we can learn as well. So just take this experience, learn. There's nothing we can do about it anymore. We already lost, we're already out, and now we just need to improve.
Yeah, first time international, got to get that box checked and then move on.
Yeah.
And obviously, again, season's not over. Stage 2, champs still on the line, and in 2 weeks, VCT Pacific Stage 2 starts. What does that timeline of preparation then look like for you as a coach and RRQ specifically, especially since by competing on the international stage in this event in Toronto, you kind of lost that surprise element with a very transformed meta, post-Taeho nerf that the other teams will have?
It's just keep innovating, keep adapting.
Okay.
We need to make sure that we don't become predictable because there's EWC as well. So for us, it's no real time off. We're in the busy part now. And we know now is also the time. Unfortunately, we don't get the points here. So now we need to go get a lot of points in Stage 2 to be able to qualify for champs. We just need to give everything, Nice.
And who do you think is going to, obviously, beyond the people who are here for that VCT Pacific Stage 2, who do you think is going to be like the most improved that you're going to be looking towards as major opponents on that path?
In Stage 2?
Yeah.
Oh, we have all the Koreans in our group. I think all of them are good.
Yeah, they did do the draw shot at the end.
So Nongshim are reported to make some changes. I think Genji are just continue also to improve. Somehow they're always just getting better. So I think that's going to be another tough opponent for us. But we are excited for that challenge as well.
Well, with that's the last question I had. So thank you so
much,
and good luck in the next stage.
To you as well. Congratulations.
Thank you. Cool.